Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Oops, I forgot to adjust the rumble stream. Fix the rumble stream. YouTube's taking a sweet time to boot on up. YouTube is up and going. Rumble's going. Looks like everything's booted up. Give me a moment to turn on my live chat windows and the macros. Online, macros up. Looks like that's all good now. Give me a moment to check my other computer. And looks like everything is good to go. So, let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the south side is the Pink Cosmos Sonya. We got Sorblet. Spawn on the north side is the Cobalt Blue or Cobalt Ice Drake. We got John and Nader. Well, I butchered that name well enough. Wouldn't Nader have a H after the G? I have no idea. I should be the last one who's mentioning that sort of thing. Either way, let's get started. This map is a 3-base map, 1 airport, 1 seaport. Seaport I don't even see used for a lander, so probably not important whatsoever. Of course, Sonya is the vision specialist, gets +1 vision range, but has reduced launch, but does have increased counterattack damage, which that increased counterattack damage is particularly used for her superpower, because it allows her to get first strikes when defending. Drake, of course, is the naval specialist, and particularly something to note is since he has minus 30% less firepower on his naval units, it's particularly less useful. You have a tank now deployed in the field and an APC of the counterpart. So we got some assets being deployed in the field. More infantry, saves 3,000 monies, so maybe going for tank infantry next turn. This map does also have a pair of comm towers, but generally if one gets captured, you've probably already lost the game either way. They're not really contestable, honestly. We do have another tank there. Sonya goes for her own tank. Sonya, of course, having bad luck really does hurt. In fact, it means her average firepower is, well, potentially, let's see, the average is usually +5. You could take positive and luck maximum and minimum averaged out. So she has effectively 5% less firepower, if that is any poor way of explaining the luck values. Ooh, double tank in infantry. So Drake has a good number of tanks in the field, has 5. 17 infantry, 5 tanks, and 1 cruiser. 1 and the health as well. More tanks below by Sonya. She's now up to 5 tanks. Of course, she has the APC in the field. And looks like next turn we may see some conflicts. Tank up here. Infantry is going to be capturing up with that up north. We'll spot the tank at the last moment. Tanks nearby can easily provide some coverage. +1 vision range is going to be very helpful with the infantry. Having 3 vision range on an infantry rather than 2 is very nice, to say the least. Tank. Looks like both sides are just going for heavy amounts of tanks. Sonya can go for battlecopters. Though Drake did go for a pair of recons last turn to reconnoiter the area. Oh yeah, I forgot about the question mark health. That is it's as a caster, it's going to be hard for me to keep track of things because I'm not exactly paying exact health damages. Plus, I don't see exact damage he's estimated to get. So the question marks is going to be a bit painful as a caster. Gets a great first strike there. And with our plus decent firepower, counterattacks could be very nice. It's really hard for me to say. Sonya's probably one of the worst COs in the game, and yet you really have to think about fighting her the most. And this is also global league as well. I wonder if that will make a difference since the turns are going to be very longer. We do have a Sonya Bomber. Drake has not gone for 8 here. I've been told you want to go for an 8 here no later than turn 10. It's turn 11. And rather than deal with battlecopters, we're going to have to deal with a full tank. Not full tank. Well, yeah, there's going to be multiple full tanks. But it's going to be a full bomber. Tank it up north, but that's in vision range. It can easily pick it off there. But this positioning means Drake can deny the capture there because the tank will have to get on top of the city. There's a good shot there. You can see the bonus damage there from the counterattack damage did make a difference. Bomber advancing. Tank does get finished off. The healthy tank engage regular tank. Interrupts one capture, interrupts that capture. Tank infantry. We do have anti-air by Drake. Here's the thing as well about Sonya's bombers. With counter break active, you can't shoot them down with anti-airs. I swear, Sonya's like Kindle level of you really have to think about your opponent. But unlike Kindle, she is bottom tier. You have a medium tank on the field, good core of tanks over here, ready to blitz. And thing as well, Sonya's counter break can also be viewed in a similar vein to Eagle's lightning strike, because you can essentially just charge your units forward and not worry about receiving first strikes, because you are the one who strikes first. Good strike there, takes out that infantry unit there. And counter break does charge pretty quickly. I think the only thing that really holds back Sonya is the bad luck. If they're ever going to give her buffer in any way, and based on her own cartridge, in Dual Strike she had a mechanic of resisting terrain opponent's terrain stars. Though I forget exactly if it was a half effectiveness or full ignores entirely. I say half effectiveness would be a good middle ground. Counter breaks now available. Not too much surface here, so this may not be a great turn for counter break, honestly. This tank's probably down to 3 health. Yep, guessed correctly. She can pop counter break. Won't actually be too particularly effective. Would help her clean up the side of the map since it will be able to spot through all the hiding spots. But over here, won't be super great, honestly. Takes out the recon or puts a good round into it. Bomber charges before. She does not have to worry about ATRs all too much. And this tank's going to be hard to sway. It's one tile. The medium tank will have to push forward and engage it. But it will take at least, what, 3 points of damage first? Remember, she not only gets attack first, she also gets plus 50% firepower on her counterattack. So, though this will help wound everything, 2 damage global. Drake's at 106 versus 72. And Sonya did save her from monies last turn, so she has 49,000. Does take a point of damage there, even though got the kill. We also got another medium tick here. Does go for a fighter. Infantry, and fighter. Fighter does make sense. Bomber can be resupplied by the APC she does have in the field. Does get resupply there. 8 health bombers adequate enough. Of course, her cruise is now at 1% health. Battlecopter heading down south. Infantry falling back. Double mega tank. Holy crap. She did some. She got a. Now that's a deployment. I don't think mega tanks would be too good. Oh, what was that about? Yep, I'm. Oh crap. What is going on? I'm going to do a quick refresh. Yep. Sometimes this happens. I'm going to hit next turn, which is going to keep an eye on everything. It's just a big reposition. There we go. Sometimes it happens the replay. I have no... It's hard to tell anything. But overall, he just looks like repositioned up north. My apologies about that. Does spot the medium tank there. I don't know if mega tank's a good call. Mega tanks are, of course, quite expensive, 28,000. Maybe better just go for a pair of Neos and a pair of Megas. She does have an APC in this area. She needs to get an APC for this mega tank here, or play around the cities. Tank, battlecopter, infantry. At least she'll have some good vision with the mega tank. Some self-spotting. Does take out the tank there. Bombers heading up north, fighter heading down south. But of course, the bomb's over here now. That's a good position for it. Just has to be careful of this anti-air. And another fighter on the field, so it goes for a triple infantry. Double fighter in this case with our cast visions, probably not a great idea. Battlecopters and bomber. We know with the mega tanks in the field, yeah, double fighter is definitely the wrong call. Drake may be able to spot this mega tank next turn. Mega tanks, of course, are very slow. Medium tank hits regular tank. Infantry calls it up. Does finish off there. Good job focus firing the infantry. Lots of hits on the infantry. Does get trapped there, but that's just infantry units. And does not spot the mega tank, and now spots the mega tank. One thing that Drake can do is surround the mega tank, make it waste his ammo, but he's going to be paying armed leg for that because he will have to sack 21,000 units, take out to disarm a 28,000 unit. Not great. Battlecopter gets a strike there, tank hits there, anti-air takes out mega tank does take out anti-air and does have the bomber in the region. Got another anti-air in this region, but looks like it's out of range of the bomber. Of course, mega tank's not on the city. 2 more ammo it has, and needs. I think somebody needs to get a APC over here. This mega tank just needs to be followed by this APC. Does go for battlecopter double tank rather than APC. Drake should take this 2-off tank and throw it into the mega tank. That will waste ammo on a target that's no longer effective. Get some good shots there. We do have another counter break available. Yeah, just take that 2-off tank and sack it. Decides not to. Remember, it's on top of the city. It's definitely worth less than the ammo of the mega tank, even if the ammo is technically free. Here comes a counter break. Now the bomber can advance a bit more aggressively. Takes out some outlying infantry in there. Mega tank takes out a regular tank there. Won't be able to be surrounded as easily this time around. Battlecopter hits 2-off tank there. Tank hits tank. We do have another Typhoon, which would really wound this bomber even further. Mega tank takes out anti-air. He's probably really confused the fact he just now sees 2 mega tanks. The bomber head down south. It bombed one target. Now it's going to make escape from the other side. Nice little rotation. Infantry. Save 25,000 monies. Mega Tank course down to 1 ammo. Oh! He did not take out the battle copter. I don't know how much health it has left. Wait. How did it not take out a battle copter? I know Drake has horrible air units. Yeah, he really should have popped Typhoon first in order to shoot down the battlecopter, because it would have been exact enough. That was a 9 health battlecopter as well. Jeez. Drake's air units are absolute crap, aren't they? So that battlecopter's at 1% health right now. No, Mega Tank's not being focused down, so it will retain 1 ammo. It's also getting pretty low on fuel. Got a rocket here. 2 fighters here to pursue a 6 health bomber, who's also low on fuel. We do have a Drake Mega Tank. Sony's turn, 45,000. What units are... Black bombs are banned, nothing else. Stealths are available. Mega Tank takes on an infantry unit there, does not pick it off. This Mega Tank goes back to the city. There's going to be a lot of repairs. And resupplies 1 ammo. Got a Neo Tank up here, infantry. Sony needs to capture that city up there or get... That Mega Tank is way too overextended. Needs a spot to resupply nearby. 1 ammo is not good. Sack the 6 health tank. Disarm the Mega Tank. Surround it. Then push forward this Mega Tank. And then shoot it uncontested. Or 5 health anti-air. As surrounds with infantry, that's probably fine for now. But if that 5 infantry goes down, this medium tank's going down. 5 infantry there. Actually, there's nothing a whole lot. The Mega Tank is just surrounded. This Mega Tank's now in range. So he could eye to sack a unit into it next turn, like this anti-air. Battlecopter pushing forward, does spot the fighter. Sonya has 1 anti-air in the field to shoot down the fighters. She could also just ignore the fighters. Infantry, medium tank. Mega Tank here, sack the 7th health anti-air into the Mega Tank, then push for the Mega Tank to engage the Mega Tank. Decides not to do that. Well, it didn't take any points of damage, so it's got to be pretty wounded. It is also out of ammo, so it can now... Okay, the machine gun did not do any damage in turn. The Mega Tank can now escape. 1 health remaining. No ammo. Pulls back. Or Neo Tank does take out a regular tank there. Medium Tank is in range, so get a good strike onto the Neo Tank. That should be a good first strike as well. Medium tanks and Neo tanks have similar defense, so it will be very cost effective for the medium tank to go into the Neo tank, though it will be in range of this other medium tank, which is not in vision range. Infantry, and Neo tank. Another counter break is almost available. Rocket does strike this Mega Tank, pops the power. Does get a good strike there. Got a good amount of retaliation damage in turn. I have no idea about a lot of the health that's left over. There's some more Mega Tanks down to 1% health. We do have, of course, counter breaks available. Neo Tanks at 5 health. Might as well pop counter break. Bombers at 5 health. Could charge forward and bomb something. It does see the fighter. Fighter's out of range though. Hits the rocket for a good amount of damage. Mega Tank can engage the medium tank. Neo Tank takes out regular tank. Oh, wait, goes for the infantry unit there. I would say with a Mega Tank nearby, throw the Neo Tank into the medium tank because the Mega Tank's just going to finish off that Neo Tank. Or could finish off the medium tank. I also can't tell you which one's a higher threat target. Good shot there. And I thought the Mega Tank should attack the medium tank there. A lot of things I disagree with Sonia's turn this turn. Neo Tank infantry. Insert of 151. Drake starts turn of 194. Sonia's very far behind, about 3 turns. Another Mega Tank here. Drake probably has lost complete track of how much health this Mega Tank has. Mega Tank does take out the Neo Tank. Does get a good bit of counterattack damage. Also down to 1 ammo, which could be useful. There is a possibility where the medium tank could be sacked into the Mega Tank, and then the Neo Tank get a good strike into the Mega Tank. Instant turn of 211 versus 36. Sonia's very far behind. This Mega Tank is out of ammo, but we've got an APC nearby. Does get a good round on the fighter. Also locks his path down. The medium tank or the Neo Tank could take out the anti-air. Then the Mega Tank could hit the Mega Tank. Mega Tank hits infantry unit there and not get resupplied. Bomber strikes rocket. Fighter is in range. We'll just go this pathing there. Though I don't know how little damage a 4 health fighter would do a 5 health bomber when it's Drake with minus 26 firepower at the moment with the 1 counter. Does get trapped there. It's infantry unit there. Neo Tank puts a round in the Mega Tank. Puts it down half health. There's a medium tank. Maybe will finish it off. Does not finish it off. It is out of ammo though, and of course not in resupply range. Bomber, infantry, infantry, infantry. We could see a tsunami. I have no idea how much health it has left. I have a feeling it's maybe at 2 health left. At most. Yep, it's at 2 health. Sonia almost has enough for enhanced vision. This Mega Tank can go down. It has no ammo at the moment. Yeah, it really has no ammo now. This medium tank's down to 12 fuel. Bomber strikes a Neo Tank and blocks a bridge, but there's an anti-air here. This Mega Tank's still out of ammo, and the APC is out of range. It can fall back to this city there, so maybe fall back to the city to not only get resupply, but rearmament. We got a Mega Tank here, of course, which is full in ammo. Oh, deletes the cruiser. Does pull back the Mega Tank there. Could see a Typhoon this turn. Medium Tank can get a first strike or a strike on this Neo Tank, which could knock it out. Definitely with a tsunami. I have no idea how much health it has. But that's Sonia in a nutshell. Counter break's not available. Well, could he pop a Typhoon first? Needs a little bit more damage done. Or taken. You could sack the tank here to get the tsunami. I think that would be good. Does sack the medium tank or the regular tank there. Medium tank infantry recon. Insert for 199. Sony starts for 121. There's a counter break. She could nope, the Mega Tank's out of range of the medium tank. The Mega Tank should probably just stay there, I guess. Does not finish it off. Does finish it off there. Hits the anti-air. Mega Tank pushed forward. Takes a point of damage in return. The thing is, well, that was at a full 3 health, so that 6 health infantry did actually roll. I think that 6 health infantry rolled like maximum luck possible in order to do 1 point of damage on that mega tank. Because that mega tank was at 3 health, at full 30% health, because it just got resupplied. Infantry, infantry, infantry. Guess she ate a lot of repairs there. Second bomber is low on fuel. APC is down to 2 fuel, but parked itself on top of the city. Air counter breaks well, so got first strikes for Sonya. Medium tank infantry. Bomber strikes Neo tank next to the fighter. There's a 50. No, the fighter should be able to take out the bomber. Wait. Oh yeah. This was not 1% health. It was still at 10% health. I have no idea how much health it has left. Mega tank falls back, capturing the 6 health infantry. 27 versus 23,000. So does behind a Valiant Field, but she does have more income at the moment. It's a possibility she could be eyeing for HQ capture, trying to siege down that cruiser. It's the mech for a bit of damage there. Tank, and anti-air. Recon does not spot the mega tank that's lurking in the woods. Fighter does strike bomber, knocks it out. Mega tank is in range of mega tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's at 3 ammo though. Does not spot the mega tank just yet. The ultra sneaky mega tank spots the mega tank there. Medium tank does strike Neo tank. Got a bit of damage onto it. Got a medium tank in range. There's an infantry unit there. I have no idea how effective that is. Medium tank infantry. Neo tank's down to 3 health. Medium tank's at 6 health. Probably sack all those units to get to that medium tank. Which one? There's been, what, 5 mega tanks this game? I was not expecting this game to be of any game to have more than 5 mega tanks. Are you talking about this one as well? Interrupts the capture. It's that mech. Mega tank takes out the anti-air. It's down to 2 ammo. Neo tank lurking in the woods. Would need to pop the power to spot it. This mega tank is out of range of this mega tank. It has 2 ammo. Just sack the tank and recon this mega tank so the Neo tank gets the first strike there. When fighting mega tanks, I really do think people should really keep an eye on the ammo a bit more. Wait. Sonya has question mark health. Does she have question mark fuel and ammo? Can your opponent see your opponent's Sonya's fuel and ammo? I'm wondering. I honestly have no idea. Mega tanks is the only unit of time you would count your opponent's ammo, pretty much. Can you even see that in normal fog? What are you talking about? The field ammo? I'm not sure. Health? Or, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. Oh, the mega tank did get surrounded. I'm actually drawing blanks. I have no idea. I just don't know at the top of my head. I think fuel and ammo is visible, only HP is invisible. Got it. You never count ammo unless it's a Neo tank or extremely rare situations. Because most time, in Advanced Wars by Dual Strike and Web in 2 and 1, you never really have to worry about ammo and fuel unless you're playing against Drake or you're playing against Mega Tanks. Days of Ruin, ammo and fuel is reduced, so they actually become a bit more of a thing to keep an eye on. But even then, most of the time units die before they even expend all the ammo, let alone fuel. Mega Tank does take out a regular tank there. down to 1 ammo. Is in range of this Mega Tank here. Could sack the recon into the Mega Tank though, drain its Oh, we got counter break. So, yep. Good idea probably to sack the recon of the Mega Tank, drain its ammo, then you don't have to worry about the first strike. Mega Tank straight 4 to 6 health, which is probably adequate enough. I always forget how much firepower Mega Tanks do. Come on. First, the counterattacks would actually do enough damage because it's plus 50% firepower. I've heard people use fuel and ammo to ID specific units to help calculate. Yeah. Sonya's bottom tier, but yet you really do think about fighting against her. That's a key advantage for your when playing as Sonya. She's not great as CO. There we go. Sack the unit there. Mega Tank is the first strike. Neo Tank should finish off. Yes, does finish off there. You can guess fuel which base is built from. I suppose that's one way. So good luck at this point in time. Gets trapped in the Mega Tank. Hey, there's a whole Mega Tank there. How did you not see him? Do you now have the superpower activated? None. Because most time in our cast division we see a form of money there, but against Sonya, none. Yeah, it feels like Drake won. Down to 70,000 versus 195. Drake is definitely a brutal seal to fight against global damage, and Sonya's, I think she has got her bad luck screwed her a couple times. Does go for a Mega Tank into artillery. And Fighter gets trapped in the tank there. Not like that really matters much. It's now surrounded. I feel like when you have one medium tank per Sonya infantry, you're in a good spot. Yeah, probably. Right now she has 18 infantry units there. Whoops. I actually hit the next turn button. Or, there we go. Or the back turn button. 4 tanks, 4 medium tanks, 2 mega tanks, 2 neo tanks. So 10 tanks of various types versus 18 infantry. Mega tank does not take out the medium tank. Medium tank or regular tank does finish off a medium tank. Puts around the APC. APC is down to 7 fuel, or 17 fuel. There's exactly 1 infantry unit that does not use, that has no other use than mirror the regular maps. Good old meme runners. Yep. I think the CEO could probably best use pipe runners is probably Hachi, just because he deploy it on the random pipe segments. But of course, he's one of the banned seals for being too overpowered. Artillery, infantry, and battlecopter. Got a bit of artillery spam transition for Sonya. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We got a good core of medium tanks, regular tanks, and a mega tank here. 1 neo tank included as well. I suppose artillery can be a good way to be cost effective, but at this point in time, I don't know if artillery transition is going to be good enough. Why pop runner turrets when you can create an infinite neo frontline? True. Well, I'm talking about he may be able to deploy out a pipe runner in a city in order to go to a pipe seam that usually doesn't have next to a base. Artillery, infantry, and tank. Well, Sonia's turn. Anti-air push right forward. Making some decent progress over here. Does spot the mega tank, so she needs to get her mega tank in position to counterattack the mega tank. There's also Neo-Tank nearby. It'll place the Mega Tank in a position where it's currently out of vision range, but potentially could get a first strike in the opponent's Mega Tank. Battlecopter, infantry, artillery, and tank. She managed to get up to nearly 200,000 now, but Drake's at 270,000. Mega Tank's still not spotted. Mega Tank is in range of Mega Tank. And artillery's in range of Neo-Tank as well, so Neo's actually in a pretty decent position right now. Does have vision of this Mega Tank. As our does get hit by take out the artillery, but this artillery's in range. This artillery's in range of medium tank. Other than Sonya being completely overrun, she's not in a bad position. Another fancy way. In other words, she's about to lose, but she's not in a bad position. Good hit there. She maybe will get counter break. You can pop counter break the end of turn. It's a superpower you can pop the end of the turn for the first strike capability. ATO gets a good strike there. Does go for counter break. Now the Mega Tank can push forward, hit the Mega Tank. Mega Tank hits Mega Tank, or Neo Tank. This is probably the best case scenario for the first strikes. Artillery's on top of forest there, but no way to spot it. No infantry unit to get on top of this mountainside. Though there is going to be a stormy weather. That counterattack could have been worse. Got a bit of damage there, thanks to the 3 defense stars, able to withstand a bit more of a beating. Mega Tank is out of ammo. The medium tanks definitely took a bit of a beating. Try to snake his way around, hit that battlecopter. Mega Tank, infantry. How many Mega Tanks has been on in this game? She does go ahead and resign there. She was at 86,000 versus 121. I am curious. Sonya deployed out 5 Mega Tanks this game. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's just really screwed up. It's diagonal, right? So I guess 40 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 battlecopters. Only 1 Mega Tank death? No, that can't be accurate. Yeah, that's just getting really bugged out. Sorry, kids, I'm having trouble reading stats. Because I don't. Both sides lost more than 1 Mega Tank for sure, so I'm not sure what the exact stats are. Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now. On to this one here. Olaf versus Eagle. That will have to do. Well, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Go ahead and get started. Any fun tier 0 replays? Probably not. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't think I have any on hand. Plus, when it comes to my replays, I just have a web browser here filled with the people's name, but not necessarily the COs, just because that's why I quickly bookmark it. So my bookmark for this one is just Shy Turtle versus Maus. By the way, let's get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the bottom left side is the, what's this, Amber Blossom Olaf, we got Shy _ Turtle 06. Spun as the Purple Lightning Eagle, we got Mouse. This map is a 3-base map with an airport. Airport's a little bit behind. There's also a pair of comm towers in the corner as well as comm towers in the center. I don't think this one's really contestable, because if your opponent manages to capture, you probably already lost the game. Recon deployed in the field. There's also a seaport here, but I don't think that seaport's going to be very useful. Recon, no, double recon by Olaf. Eagle, of course, has gone for a tank. Eagle's tanks are completely and utterly ordinary. Generally, when I search for replays, I go through each player's profile within the top 50 standings and go from there. So, both these players are probably at least in the top 50. So that is a bit of the ELO range. I think that right now is like between 16 or 1700 to 1200. Granted, the starting ELO is what, 700 or 800? So they're still pretty both good rankings. More tanks. Got so far 4 tanks followed by Eagle. And we got triple recon by Olaf. And maybe a little bit too many recons. Well, you'd be able to reconnoiter the area, no problem. This tank can get a good strike on this recon here. But he may not push forward because may not sure where another tank is at. But with our cast vision, we know there's no other tank. That was probably an infantry unit on top of the mountainside there. Wait. Never mind. For some reason I thought that tank should have one shot there, but it's on top of a forest. And there's a capture there, trying to flip this capture there. Olaf did push pretty far forward. Eagle does have the secondary comm tower already captured. Olaf has his secondary one captured. Actually, he has 0 at the moment. We have both of them captured this turn. Does capture comm towers before moving forward. Very good. Olaf's battle copter forward. We have the anti-air by Eagle. Good strikes there from the tanks. Does hit the recon as well. This tank's on this equal footing with this tank, but there's still, of course, not 3 reserve tanks here. Olaf sees these 2, does not see this one just yet. And Olaf has only 1 tank and a battlecopter here. Anti-air is probably fast approaching. There's a good strike there. Pulls back the still health 6 health tank. This tank could be hit by multiple tanks there. Anti-air still very far away. Does get trapped. Tank, anti-air, and infantry. Does hit that tank twice. Infantry, tank, and tank. Hit that infantry twice. Trying to capture this property as well. Can interrupt with this infantry or the recon nearby. Tank hits infantry. Infantry hits infantry. Recon hits infantry. Infantry hits infantry. Tank hits tank. Battlecopter hits tank. Hits that infantry unit twice. Infantry, tank, tank. Does take the battlecopter there, hits this tank twice. Battlecopter, anti-air, infantry, infantry. Insert of 81,000. Olaf starts the turn 65, so Olaf's about a turn behind, a little bit less. My apologies if you hear my drink open up. My apologies. Anti-air and tank straight forward. Does finish off with 7 health tank, but gonna leave him exposed to other reinforcing tanks. Does have this tank nearby on the beach. Helicopter, tank, and recon. Quite a bit of expenditure there. Olaf next turn likely to get the Winter Fury. He goes a bit far away, and he wants to make sure his superpower gets distinct from Olaf's superpower. Not to fight about the lightning strike in the blizzard, or at least in the snow. Tank, and infantry. And there's the Winter Fury, calling quite a bit of force against Eagle, putting him down below. So they're still now they're pretty even. Tank hits anti-air. It's an infantry unit there as well. Of course, this tank's out of vision range, but get a good strike in the anti-air, allowing the battlecopter more free reign. Battlecopter mech, which is going to be loaded in the T-copter, infantry, and anti-air. Eagle could pop his lightning strike this turn. Merge those tanks together. If he's emerging like down the front line, he's definitely going for the lightning strike. Recon, tank. Remember as well, there's going to be a very slow double turn, but he will, of course, get some good coverage here. Nothing stopping anti-air in the region, or battlecopter there now. That tank gets hit twice. And then follow up with another round of infantries. Triple tank by Olaf. No engagements there, so both players had 0 funds stored on up. Trying to capture this big neutral property. Right now, Olaf has 20,000. Eagle has 19. Infantry, tank, and battlecopter. Recon does take out the infantry unit there. Battlecopter drops off the mech. Tank, battlecopter, infantry. Flipping the city there. It's those units. Tank hits tank. Tank, infantry, and recon. Mech is going to strike down the recon, one-shotting it. Battlecopter taking it out as well. Tank hits a recon. Tank, recon, and infantry. Keeping 9,000 funds in the bank. Olaf can counterattack with these 2 tanks, and the battlecopter looks like is in range of this tank here. However, there's still, of course, some more tanks here in the ATR to stop the battlecopter. Does use the black code here for a bit of border resupply. Tank, battlecopter, infantry. Does take out the recon there. Tank hits tank. Infantry unit does not take out tank. Battlecopter hits tank. Tank hits tank. Infantry unit does take out tank there. Battlecopter, tank, and infantry. And here it does take out the battlecopter there. ATR, recon, and infantry. Does get some strikes. Neo tank, infantry, so Olaf has gone for a full Neo tank. Maybe at this point in time, a medium tank would have been a little bit better. But of course, Neo tanks have far more mobility, which does make them very nice to have. Tank, anti-air, and infantry. Anti-air, and recon. Eagle has 24,000 sword on up. He can go for his own Neo tank this turn, or maybe I-4 bomber. Olaf has a pretty good amount of units here. 2 recons, 5 tanks, 2 battlecopters. There's quite a bit of force over here. Recon's reconnoitering the area. Recon does get taken out by a tank. It looks like purple is just sort of sitting on up over there. Another thing to be important over here to worry about though. Recon, infantry, and battlecopter. Anti-air, tank, and infantry. Double tank infantry does the other recon there with the infantry support. Recon does the infantry unit. Gets up that infantry unit there. Tanks drift forward, gets good damage. You may see a Winter Fury this turn. But he has to be very careful. If Eagle gets a lightning strike, he's able to close the distance, get a lot of good damage on him. Eagle has a pretty good amount of core of tanks here. We have a rocket now. Try to go to capture this comm tower. Right now, the thing comes right now 22 versus 20,000. Winter Furies are now available. Don't think lightning strike can be summoned this turn. We do have now bombered by Eagle, which is going to eat quite a bit of damage next turn with the Winter Fury, and I mentioned it will not be able to move very quickly off from it. Winter Fury has been summoned, calling a good amount of damage there. Get some good hits there on that black boat. Oops, I'm actually running low on hard drive space. Give me one moment to delete some of my replays I have stored up. That I've uploaded. And empty recycling bin. I have like megabytes remaining. There we go. Still says counting down megabytes. Empty recycling bin. There we go. Now I should have data to work with. There we go, 42 gigs. If the replay with MP4 files, if the replay or if the file gets interrupted or corrupted ever so slightly, you just lose the entire video file. Nothing salvageable. And that's one big problem with MP4. I think MP4 is a bit more reliable. I think maybe sometimes they do record in .mkv. That's what it is, which is compatible with YouTube. And it gets interrupted, you don't lose everything. But I forgot to delete some of my old replays that I've uploaded from various games. I just need to clear out and get some data free. You now have a lightning strike available. And one thing you can do to slow down the lightning strike is pop a blizzard. However, he's very far from popping a blizzard. Keeping your distance can be quite nice, but you can also push your opponent off the map if you keep him backing on off. Right now, Olaf does have 25,000 income versus 19, or now 17. Recon push way forward. He sees opponents withdrawn from that part of the map. He can take time to start catching up these cities that are outlined. He might be going for lightning strikes. Hard to say at this moment. I don't think he should. Starting to capture up a couple properties. Neotink does advance to the forest, and I believe it was spotted. There's a tile right here that you can see, and not mentioned there. Battlecopter hits Battlecopter. Infantry unit stacks itself there. Hits the recon. Tank hits infantry. Battlecopter pushes forward. I think he's just going to be counterattacking. Gets a good strike onto the Neotank there. There's an argument made to pop a blizzard to deny the lightning strike. Does not decide to pop the blizzard. And Eagle overextended, so now he took quite a bit beating there, but there may be a lightning strike this turn. See how aggressive the tanks are in this region, perhaps. New tanks in a forest, though. ATs could take out both these battlecopters. Bomber's heading down south for the winter. Almost enough for another Winter Fury. Yeah, he has popped lightning strike this turn, else he'll be fighting winter. And ask Hitler and Napoleon how well their winters go. So if that's Genghis Khan, he actually was successful. Does take out the Neotank there, which is very important. Anti-air, however, is in range of the bomber. It does get struck by the tank there. So just barely managed to take it out. That force out. Rockets in range of an anti-air, but that's about it. In range of the tank and anti-air as well. Winter Fury has been summoned. Does take out the anti-air there. Hits the battlecopter. Hits the anti-air there with the mech. Takes out the regular tank there. New tank pushing forward. There's general advance in this region. Hits the tank there. Does get trapped. Sacks the anti-air for a point of damage, which is probably a good idea since he's just going to lose either way. Tank, battlecopter, and infantry. Right now, Olaf has 153 versus Eagle's 108. $18,000 income for 24 as well. Recon, infantry, and infantry. And start 114 versus 145, so Olaf still has the advantage. But it does feel like Eagle has much better field presence. And a lot of anti-airs. There's a lot of battlecopters here as well as regular tanks. Tank, anti-air, battlecopter, and infantry. Bomber advance way forward in range of the anti-air now. This infantry unit can just simply fall back to the mountain, get some good spotting. Some outlining is there. This black belt's probably also at 1% health. Does surround the bomber for a decent amount. He will be able to range the bomber. This tank just needs to charge forward, hit this tank there, the anti-air can hit the bomber. Tank, and anti-air. Infantry unit does get taken out there. Use the tank to take out the 1 health infantry unit there. Does use the battlecopter to take out the battlecopter. Does take out the bomber there. Takes out the tank there. Rocket just advances way forward. Hits the infantry unit there. Neotank does take out regular tank there. Anti-air does take out infantry unit there. And trying to flip the city as well. Battlecopter, infantry, recon, and tank. Does get some good strikes there. Neotank does strike anti-air. And does go ahead and hit the resign button. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Kindle versus Drake. This should be interesting. We'll adjust the map. There we go. Greetings everyone, and Grid here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the south side as a Black Hole Kindle, we have a foreign name. Spawn on the north side as the Acid Rain Drake, we got Dixie Wrecked. Well, Drake knows a little thing about being Rain, being more or less an English CO. So, he's going to be raining in acid, which will help explain the damage as well. This map is a 3-base map, 1 airport, 1 seaport. Likely Drake will not be deploying out any battlecopters this game, or very limited, since he does have minus 30% firepower. With 1 comm tower for both players, it'll be effectively minus 20% firepower, and that really does it really does hurt the battlecopters. I see a lot of stupid stats from Drake's aircraft, and not in a good way. Kindle does say 5,000 monies there. Drake has 8,000 as well. He could go for artillery Imperial Infantry, decides to go for recon Imperial Infantry. Recon straightforward. Kindle's battlecopters are perfectly adequate. And she does, of course, get plus 1% firepower from urbanized terrain. And there's a lot of urbanized terrain here, so this could be very nice for her. Additionally, it seems like this map has around 25,000 income, making her high society probably be plus 75% firepower, which is pretty good. Recon infantry saves some monies now. Like I always like to characterize with Kindle, her power is excellent, her superpower is just good, which is a pretty good combination to have. Another recon Imperial Infantry. Drake so far has gone for 2 recons, Kindle has 2 as well. Tank infantry and tank. Medium tank infantry and infantry. Tank, recon, and infantry. This tank is lurking in the woods. Could advance to the city there and basically one-shot that APC. Besides the recon there, the rig or APC was out of vision range, of course. It's the comm tower capturing squad. Interrupted. Major drone capture there. We do have a medium tank here, and that was spotted. She does go for artillery down south, which she's going to try to counter it cost effectively. Spot this tank at the wrong moment, so now this tank could be struck for a decent amount of extra damage. Those drone capture here, or nope, just swapped out. It's the capturing squad. Tank hits tank. Takes take out the capturing squad. Does take out that tank there. Thing as well, when it comes to fighting next to urbanized terrain, you can pop an urban blight, guaranteed to put this cruiser down to 1% health. Then another tank can finish it off, and then a health tank get on top of the HQ and retaliate a unit onto the tile right here for quite severe amount of damage. Those get trapped there. Interrupts this capture as well. Took quite a bit of damage in retaliation. You saw the entry in there. Continues capturing. Deletes her own cruiser. Tank does strike tank. Get a nice booster strike there onto that infantry unit. Recon gets a good shot there. Tank does finish off that unit. Tank hits tank. Does take it out there. Neo tank, infantry, and tank. There's a nice strike there. Does take out the tank. Urban blight cannot be popped on in. Tank, tank, tank. Remember I said about Urban Blight, this tank could receive a lot of extra firepower. And Kindle just overall falls back. Not a bad idea. Does hit the recon there. Artillery gets hit. Oh, pops the power immediately. Does hit that infantry unit there. Has that infantry unit twice. Infantry, and Neo tank. Of course, Kindle had a number of units top of property, so he will get repaired on up. Until he falls back to HQ. And no urban blight just yet. Tank, and infantry. Tank does take out the recon, no problem. Infantry unit there does go down, interrupts the capture, and fully stops it. Neo tank, infantry. Looks like Drake just pumping out Neo tanks. He has 24,000 income. Assuming there's no repairs, he can deploy a Neo tank every turn. Neo tank push rate 4 gets a good strike there. And booster strike there. Does pop the power rather than popping the superpower. Of course, it's a little bit too late for a superpower. Does strike a Neo tank for a bit of damage there, so Drake's will be eating through repairs. Tank, recon, battlecopter, and infantry. Battlecopter does go down. Medium tank does get a good strike there on that tank. And that plus 80% firepower, effectively at this one time, plus 40% firepower, did some damage to that infantry. Tank, artillery, anti-air. Hits that infantry unit twice. Recon takes out that infantry unit there. Infantry unit hits that infantry unit. Tank hits anti-air. Battlecopter going to be finishing off that anti-air. You think you get a good strike there on that medium tank? Does not use a 2-off tank to try to finish off. Does use full health tank there. Battlecopter, recon, infantry. Good strike down the Neo tank. Pops the superpower there, very nice. High Society can now be brought on in. We could see a nice boosted artillery strike on this tank there, though it will be at 7 health. Pops the Urban Blight. Takes out that tank there. With close to 80% firepower. It's quite significant, even if it's reduced by 30%. Does get some good shots there. Does take out the APC. I thought the battlecopter would strike the Neo tank, but nope. ATR, infantry, and tank. Neo tank hits regular tank there. T-copter, tank, and infantry. Hits the tank there. Battlecopter hits tank. Oof. Pop Urban Blights. Yep, there's 2 Neo tanks there she had vision of. Urban Blight would have been was very good. Get some good light upon his opponent. Also hits 2 tanks and a T-copter and infantry in the back line. Infantry, and keep 7,000 funds in the bank. Battlecopter does go down. Neo tanks do fall back. ATR, infantry.